3, 2, 1. All right. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Deportation Defense Live. Today we're talking about, can I expedite my case in immigration court? So thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. And today we're talking about, can I expedite my court case? And so welcome and thank you for being here. Remember, the Deportation Defense Live is where we train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants who are facing deportation to make the most out of immigration laws, to make the most out of their lives, and to win their cases. Do you know someone who's facing removal in immigration court? Do you know someone who is currently, or are you currently in immigration court? Because if so, you know that it is not easy. The laws are against us. And here at Deportation Defense Live, we are here to maximize your chances of winning that case. So today our theme is, can I expedite, can I make my case move faster, my immigration court case? And as we go forward through this topic, if you have questions, if you have anything that you want to ask about, please send it in and I'll do my best. We're here live. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. Okay? So thank you all again for being here. Whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, like really welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Again, my name's Otis Landerholm, and here we go. I always like to start with an empowerment tip. Okay, so my tip today is, where are your standards in your life? Where in your life are your standards lower than you want them to be? Okay, and right now, I'm doing a nutrition challenge with my office, and it's like, oh my goodness, it is a challenge, all right? I am not eating gluten, and I'm not eating lactose, which means no cheese, no pizza, no like muffins, nothing that has gluten. There's a million things that have gluten. No beer. Not that I drink beer that frequently, but every once in a while, you know. A team member of mine brought a box of donuts last week, and normally I would have had like 2, maybe 3, and instead I ate none of them, all right? Birthday party this weekend, I had no birthday cake, all right? It has not been easy, let me tell you, but I'm raising my standards. I'm eating healthier. And my question for you is there an area of your life that you want to raise your standards? Try a new challenge or improve your effectiveness, right, in that area? Because if so, hey, life is short. You only live once. If you've got an area of your life where you want to increase the standards, go for it. Make a plan, implement the plan, take that on, do it, see how you feel. All right, see the results that it makes. So there you go. That's my empowerment tip for today. Thank you for listening to it. Hope it's useful. Hope it's helpful. I'm getting some questions coming in already. I love it. So if you've got a question and you're listening, please send it in. And Jose Beltran, I see you there. Good morning. And Sculpted from Nothing, cool name here on Instagram. I see you there. And Albair Messia, hello. I see you there. And I'll get to your question. Thank you for asking that question. I'll get to it. So now I want to get into the legal topic, all right, which is, can I expedite my case in immigration court? So here's the deal. Last week I was in a consultation, all right? Client was in, ready to hire for an immigration court date that was coming up in 2 weeks. And we're sitting there in the consultation, and we double check, right, because we always double check. We double check the client's A number online, and the immigration court system has a automated case information web page, And like right there in front of us, the system got updated. Right there, all right? And a new date was given. And his hearing moved from being 2 weeks from now to being rescheduled to a date in 2026. I believe it was March of 2026. And now some clients would see that and they'd be happy. Hey, great, I don't have to worry about this until 2026. I can put this off, right? But this particular client was upset, all right? He's been waiting for his case to be heard for so long. It was postponed throughout the pandemic, and now it seems to be postponed again, all right? And he's like, he believes he's eligible for a green card. He wants to have his decision already. He's tired of all this nonsense in immigration court. And so we're right there, and this is happening during my consult. And he asked me, can we move my case back up? Can I expedite my court case? All right, I don't want to be in deportation proceedings for an additional 3 years. I've already been in them for several years. Can we move my case back up? All right, and so that's what I want to talk about today. That's the question, all right? Can I expedite my immigration court case? Well, the answer to that question is not straightforward. All right, it depends. It depends on a lot of things. First thing you got to know is the Department of Homeland Security and the Executive Office of Immigration Review, the immigration court system, have their own priorities. All right? For example, recent border crossers right now are currently on a faster track through the court system. And judges are also being reassigned right now to handle the docket of asylum seekers entering the country at the border. Okay? Both the immigration court and ICE, the lawyers for the Department of Homeland Security, are part of the executive branch of the federal government. So new presidents, new administrations, etc., can set new priorities. Now, does all of that mean that you can't ask for a faster hearing? It doesn't mean that. It does not mean that. You can ask. How do you do that? You can submit what we call a motion to advance. All right? You may have heard of a motion to continue. A motion to continue is a request to move your next hearing to a date further in the future. But a motion to advance is a request to have your case moved forward and to have your case heard sooner. All right? Does that make sense? It is possible. But, all right? If you're ever thinking of submitting a motion to advance, hear me on this, okay? When you file a motion to advance, you want to make sure your case is 100% ready to go, okay? You want it to be like very ready to go. Because sometimes in court, the judge that you're appearing in front of, sometimes they'll have a last-minute cancellation, okay? They'll have an emergency request for a continuance. Oh, my client's in the hospital for his hearing on Friday, and we can't go. Please, let's continue it to a different date. Sometimes there's something that causes one person to not be available for their upcoming hearing, and when that happens, sometimes you can get a call from the clerk if you've submitted a motion to advance. And it goes something like this. It says, hey, Mr. Landerholm, I saw you submitted a motion to advance on such and such a case. We just had a cancellation for this Friday at 1 p.m. Could you make it? And now when I receive a call like that, which I've received that call, I say to myself, it's almost ready. That case is almost ready. We're good. We're clear. But if we're going on Friday, I'm going to need to prep my client tomorrow and the next day and the day after that before Friday, right? And so it's like, clerk, can I call my client real quick to confirm that we can do this? And can I call you back within 30 minutes? Clerk says, yes, but if I don't hear back from you within 30 minutes, I'm calling the next person on my list. Okay, great. You're going to hear from me in 30 minutes. Look, all I'm saying is, if you're going to submit a motion to advance the case, be ready to go. All right? You might not get scheduled. You might not hear anything for months. And then out of the blue, you might get a call that says, hey, we're ready for you. All right? It also depends on the judge. Some judges will just deny the motion to advance. Their calendars are too overloaded. All right? Other judges will say, hey, we're not going to deny, we're not going to approve until we know for sure that we can actually advance it, but we'll keep it in a list. And I've seen that happen, and we've won cases in that context. Sometimes it can be a real game changer. Now, when you make that kind of request, you want to have reasons, all right? You want to have a, look, there's some emergency, or there's some key purpose, humanitarian purpose to advance that case. And that's going to be judge specific, right? This is a discretionary request from the judge. But if you have an urgent or a humanitarian reason to advance your case, you want to highlight that in your motion. Okay? So now, what did I say then, going back to where I started, to the individual who's sitting with me in the consult, whose hearing got moved out to 2026? He's like, hey, can we request that my court get advanced again, that my court get expedited again? Here's how I responded to him. He's a brand new case. He was not our client previously. All right? My response is, client, maybe, but let's not start there. Do not start there. First, let's request all your records. We call this a FOIA process. Let's request your FOIAs first. Okay? Second, if there's anything to amend, to update, to improve upon, to add to help strengthen or bolster your arguments in immigration court, second, we're going to do that. We want to make sure that your case is good, is solid, is strong, that the arguments are clear, that the evidence is solid and consistent and demonstrates your eligibility for whatever green card or whatever benefit you're seeking. And then after doing those two steps, then maybe, if you want to, we could try step 3 as a motion to advance, okay, to seek an expedited processing, or to seek to move that final hearing forward. That's my thought process. I'm sticking to it. That was my advice in that consult. That's my advice to you today if you're in that situation. FOIA's first, everybody. FOIA's first. Then amend, improve, bolster, strengthen the record that's documented in the court. And then step 3 would be to file a motion to advance if you want to. Otherwise, just stick with the hearing date and fight it all the way. Fight it all the way. That's my presentation for today. I hope it's useful. Hope it's helpful. Now, several folks have joined us. Everybody who's joined us on Instagram. Ulid Art, hello. And Sculpted from Nothing, hello. And 007, hello. And MZ Kausari, hello. Good to see you there. And everybody, so Jose Beltran, hello. So Albeir, I see your question here. Thank you for that. And if anybody else has questions, hey, submit it. I'd love to answer it in the remaining, 7 minutes or so that we have. So Mr. Mesia, I think that's how I pronounce it. You ask, does it hurt my case to expedite my court proceedings? All right, through a motion to advance, for example. can I apply for humanitarian parole or advanced parole while I have a pending asylum case in court? Let's say I got married to a non-U.S. citizen and I have a pending asylum case in court. Can I add her to my application in court or not? Let's say my case was approved in court. How can I petition her? And do I have to wait until my green card before I petition her? Okay, you got lots of cool questions. All right, Al-Bair, thank you so much for asking these. First, does it hurt your case to request an expedited hearing? You know, it only hurts your case if your case isn't ready. All right? It only hurts your case if your case isn't ready. The reason I say that is you want your case to be, if you're asking for an expedited hearing, you're going to fight your asylum case all the way in front of a judge. You've got to be ready to testify. You've got to have your witnesses ready to testify. If you need an expert, that expert had better be ready that day. Like asylum cases are not easy, all right? And so you want to always maximize your chances of success. As long as you are 100% ready to go, then there's no problem with filing the motion to advance. Just know that it's difficult, right? It's difficult to get it advanced. Can you request humanitarian parole or advanced parole while your asylum is pending in court? Don't do it. Don't do it. Bad idea, all right? If you've got a court case, like, is it theoretically possible? Maybe, but it's not a good strategy, all right? You don't want to have problems coming into the U.S., all right? You certainly don't want to travel back to the country where you fear persecution, but it's like anybody who's in removal proceedings, my best advice is to not leave the U.S. and instead to fight your case in court, right? And win your case in court first before ever traveling out, because you want to make sure that you don't jeopardize your actual court case. Okay? Really, don't travel. Don't travel outside of the U.S. The third question you have here is, let's say you get married to a non-U.S. citizen. You have a pending asylum case in court. Can you add her to your application? Yes, please do. All right? Get married, submit a proof of the marriage inside of your court case, amend your asylum application to add her to your application for asylum, all right? And then if your case is approved, then you do not need to wait for a green card in order to petition her. You could petition your spouse on Form I-730, which is an asylum-based petition, which is better, faster, etc., than having to wait to get your green card approved first. Okay? That's my response. Al-Bair, if you have questions, if you want to talk that strategy through in your situation, please give us a call. We're here to help. We would love to help you. Okay? I don't see that there are any other questions out there. Are there any other questions today? Going once, going twice. All right, and if not, that's not a problem. It looks like we haven't received any, so that's not a problem at all. Thank you all so much for being here. If you do still have a question, please do still submit it, and I will still answer it. And I answer those questions on YouTube Shorts and on TikTok especially. I think you can see them on Instagram also. But the best way to see any question that we upload is by going to our channel in YouTube, hitting the subscribe button, and when you do that, if you also click the notifications bell on YouTube, you'll receive a notification whenever we upload a new video with updates or strategies or answer questions on YouTube. You'll see that notification. Okay? So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. My name is Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. If you have an immigration case, please give us a call. All right, my consultations team is outstanding. We are here to help, and we would love to help. And until next time, we will see you on our next episode of Deportation Defense Live. I wish you the very best, the best rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.